Hey, finally got my finally got to get the stream up. It's been a busy morning, and so the guys who come here often know that there are times I might be a little bit off on the start time. Um, I try to pick the time of the day that I think I have the most flexibility to do these little quick tutorials. Sometimes they're quick, a lot of times they're not, but it's what it is. All right, I'm gonna see if I can kind of zing through the day today. So welcome to the day. I hope your start was good. Be able to find anything that needs fixing and fix it, whether it's a vacuum or it's a checkup from the neck up, because sometimes that's all it takes. Have a little checkup from the neck up. That's it. We are going nuts today, our little quaint little society here. But I think that's part of the growth. That's part of the ebb and flow, you know? That's part of the ebb and flow. That's at least that's what I think. That's what I think. Ebb and flow of things. I'm gonna get my day going here, but I was listening to something. I want to see if this guy, if you kind of get what this guy is saying, and if this makes any sense to you before I get myself rocking and rolling. Okay. Here, while I get myself my stage set. All right. But let me play this guy real quick. He was saying something about skilled labor and AI. Let's see.
I don't have much new to say about the impact of AI on skilled labor. I've been a broken record on this for years. But that's Jensen Huang. He runs NVIDIA. He's at the World Economic Forum, and he's being interviewed by Larry Fink, who runs BlackRock. This is a heck of a thing to wake up to as you're waiting for the coffee to kick in. If you're me.
So let's get into a little more detail. So you actually believe we're face labor shortages. So how do you see that AI and robotics changing the nature of work rather than eliminating it? There are several different ways that we can think through it. First of all, this is the largest infrastructure build out in human history. That's going to create a lot of jobs, and it's wonderful that the jobs are related to trade craft, and we're going to have plumbers and electricians and construction and steel workers and network technicians and people who install and fit out the equipment and all of these jobs. We're going to in the United States, we're seeing quite a significant boom in this area. Salaries have gone up, nearly double. And so we're talking about six-figure salaries for people who are building chip factories or computer factories or AI factories. And we have a great shortage in that. And I'm really delighted to see so many people in so many countries really recognizing this important area.
I'm delighted too. Question is, what are we going to do about it? Here's an idea. This year, my foundation got 10 times the applications for trade school scholarships that we got last year. 10 times. People are getting the memo. They're just not quite sure what to do about it. I think we ought to convene. Maybe not in Switzerland. Maybe somewhere.
You know what? I do wonder about that, and I don't know if a panic is necessary. Preparation, yeah. Preparation when it comes to stuff like this, but panic, I don't know. I don't know about panic. A lot of people think about it. Some people don't think about it, which is probably the worst. The worst way to go about it is to not think about it, because either you're gonna understand it better, right? Learn to utilize it, right? Or start digging around to see, like, okay, so what would this world look like, and where would I fit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where would I fit? Like, there's a part of it that I think is, I just had a customer, come in here, right? And this guy was let me fix this. Is this even right? This guy was trying to do business with one of the companies. That I don't want to say the name right now. I'll be honest with you. One of the companies that that what do you call it? That he has machine with. Hey Rudy, what's up, man? And one of the companies that he bought a machine from. How's that? All right, without without smashing them because I actually do business with these guys. So he's there trying to. They want him to ship his machine back to them, right? Oh, it's going good. They want him to ship his machine back to them. He's having a problem with it. So he's like, so wait. The guy first said, well, I'll ship the part to you, right, on the phone. And then he's like, well, what do you want me to do? Install the part myself? Do you guys have a local service place? No, So they're shifting business models to just do everything. They had him get the camera and they want him to like go around the machine to see what's wrong. And so they want to diagnose it over the phone, like over the camera phone, and then ship him the part. And he's like, so you want me to fix it? It's just like, what? I remember people complain about the self checkouts, and it's like, wait a second. So you're not you want me to ring up my own stuff? So now they want him to fix his own machine, right? So it's either you're going to prepare for that world and learn how to fix things yourself, right? Or prepare for the backlash of that world where people are tired of talking to machines, and then they want to actually. You're going to be the premium because now you can actually communicate with an individual and not have to deal with a computer, an AI or something like that. So I see where it's going. A lot more AI. The better the AI gets, the more you're going to be able to talk to them and explain your situation, and it's gonna have a way of understanding nuances and all that stuff. But I think I see people just getting tired of that and saying, man, nah, I just want to talk to a person, man. Screw this shit, So anyway, I'm switching out a cord on a Shark here, guys, and I have two of them to do. And the thing about the Shark, you know what? I should have done this a little better though. But the thing about the Shark is that you can't just get a cord from Shark, and they also have that same business model where they're not selling parts, easily, so you can just buy. Yeah. So a lot of guys have to sell old parts online. You may find a knockoff. This particular Shark cord here that have this mold. It's not. The shops can't just buy it. Okay. So the guy is like, well, then I guess I'll just, a lot of people just give up and say, well, I guess I'll just buy another machine, whatever. A lot of people just give up, I'll just buy another machine. Screw it. This lady was like, nah, hell no. She's like, hell no. Can you just put another cord in there? I don't give a crap what it looked like. So I'm like, all right, I know exactly what to do. I'm just going to cut the mold right there and slide another cord right through the mold so it looks like this, All right. I just got to make sure you close it up, and I got to put the screws in. But I want to neaten this up. I don't like the way it looks. It's a little ugly, so I'm going to get a little razor blade and kind of neaten this section here up. Okay. But yeah, so I got two of them to do like this. I'm just going to put the screws back in. And really, it's just running the cord in. To take this back off, it's a little bit of a pain, but it's not that bad. You get the screws out. You get this cover off. This cover's a pain in the butt, but it's, you do what you got to do. You either deal with the pain in the butt part of it, or you just go buy another machine. You just have a choice. Then the guy said for him to go pack the machine. They said, well, if you don't want to fix it, then you could pack it up and ship it to us, and we'll see if it's repairable. And he's like, what are you serious? You want me to pack my machine up and ship it? Hey, listen, let's just hope that cars don't get like that, right? Where it's like, all right, then, hey guys, you got to hold a second. I'm gonna have to put a pause on this. I have a lady that comes in, and she gets very give me a second. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it is gonna get cold. Well, at least it's not that cold, though. It's not that cold. Really? Oh, so we're not gonna. Oh, that's this. That'll disappoint my wife. When it snows. And that's getting worse. Worse. Yeah, trees. They don't move anymore. How long? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. No worries. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. You're okay with moving there? Okay. At least you know it turns on. At least you know it turns on. Oh man, Rudy, hope you're still there, buddy. Oh my God. All right. No, this lady is nice. I turned the volume up, man. I turned the mic down because sometimes you get into all like personal information and stuff, and I'm just like, I know what, I don't want to broadcast that stuff over the internet. All right, let's put this stuff in real quick so I can get this out the way. But if you have a shark, don't despair. You can actually, the cords can be changed. Okay. You have to find someone willing to do it. One, and or you have to be willing to do it. So if that's where the companies are going, man, it's better that you actually learn how to fix things, guys. I'm telling you now. Or go through the frustration of dealing with this new model that it looks like we're going down. And but for young people going into the workforce, you're either going to learn how to work with this thing, learn how to operate with it. Even if you're in med school, you're going to have to probably learn the technical side of the robotic stuff, because maybe a lot of the operations are probably going to be, you know, in that way. It's just the way it is, and we're just gonna adapt because it's here. It's not like you can hide from it, you know. It's like just think about the think about the industrial age, right? There was no way to hide from it. You know, they were gonna, and who would reject it when they say, hey, look, we can process our farmland a lot faster. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this. I moved too fast on this one. I have to take this out. We can process our farmland a lot faster. They're gonna go for it, right? Damn, I moved too fast, guys. I didn't even check the bottom. Golly. I got distracted, man. That's why you have to zero in on your work. At least you'll at least you'll see how I open this up. So let me open it up. Oh man. Look, I tell guys all the time, I say I'll make the mistake so you don't. So when you see me make a mistake, it's I don't shy away from it. Okay? I'm only half amazing, half human. Ah. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to get this over this lip here. There you go. I think I took the screw out. All right, let me get this off. I have to settle this. This part didn't settle in. I can't believe it, man. Because I really don't like messing with this, and that's why it was pissed me off that I have to go back in. Because you gotta kind of you gotta wiggle this out when you, let me see, I make sure all the screws are out. All the screws are out? Yep. You gotta wiggle this out when you want to take the back off. And you kind of put your attention here at this section here. Okay? You put your attention on this section. You know what? Let me godly. Let me change the setting of this camera the way it's positioned. Let me see something. Because let me see if this works. Try to give more of the what I'm doing so it's not distracted. Okay, hey Brian, what's up? Time to make the donuts. That's right. That's right. Hey, Rudy was here earlier. Customer came in, so I don't know if he stepped out. Okay, yeah. No, I was putting this back in. I was putting in the I remember those old commercials. Time to make the donuts. That guy was up at what, 4 in the morning or whatever. He would get up, go make the donuts. Oh man, that was a cool commercial for a while, and I don't know what happened to him. Maybe the guy passed away. I don't know. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. All right. I just put another cord in here for this thing. Now I was just talking about the AI stuff. There's certain jobs that I don't know. Maybe there's no such thing as a job that AI can't take over. Maybe that's just a fantasy thought. Who knows? But so this is okay. Help me with this, Brienne, if you think this through, because I was debating with my with some family members of mine, right? And they were talking about, okay, so let's say the AI and robots or whatever, they're just part of our society and all that stuff, right? They're saying that you're not going to have to work, right? And we just have to find other things to do with our time. And I'm like, I don't know. That sounds like a fantasy world that you're talking about, right? Or a dystopian, ridiculous world. Because what do you mean that the money would be meaningless or we won't? That means that seems like, believe it or not, it doesn't seem like a good thing. Because so what are you saying? Everyone would get rations or something? Everyone would just get rations of food and a public house like the guy in New York is trying to do. They're trying to buy up all the houses or whatever, and you get public housing for. That's as tough as it is to make your living and work and and scrape for thing. It just seemed like a world that would just be just great. And some people want to run into that world. They want to live there. And he says, he said, yeah, no, we won't have any need for any for money, and we'll just we just have to spend our time trying to create things. I'm like, I don't know, man. No ambition, no motivation. Yeah, it would just seem. It doesn't seem like a world that would, I already see what it does to an entire community, not the entire, but a portion of an entire community, a lot of communities actually, and the temptation, right, for people to continue to scam, let's say, a community, and a temptation for people to live like this as a career. right? It really and then the children of those people, and they'll teach that. No, it's not going to be good. And you don't think there's going to be another country who is going to say, nah, bro, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep grinding and we're going to keep building. And because they're behind in their development, they're going to continue down the road of development to a point where they're like, you know, we could probably take on these guys and take over because they have no ambition there. They have no ambition in that country. You know, everybody is just like throwing flowers up in the air and doing nothing. I don't know, man. I know the things that some of these people advocate for. I wonder if they think it through to like they don't. I don't think they think it through. I think they just it's like children, like right now. You know, a kid just want to. If you let a kid eat ice cream for dinner every night, he'll do it. Candy, ice cream, potato chips. That's it. He wouldn't have any vegetables. He wouldn't have any regular food. He would just eat candy. And he wants what he wants right now. And that's all he can see is right now. He can't plan like you can. You're thinking about next week and next tomorrow and next month. And you're thinking about budget. Is the money going to stretch? All right, do I have enough for tomorrow? Do we have enough for next week? Okay, what are we going to do? If you're investing, you're like, okay, I'm investing this money because I'm anticipating the growth of the stock. Or if you're shorting the stock, you're like, well, I know this company's going to go down. Let me do a short. You're planning like that. Your brain works like that. Kids' brains are not like that right now. So a lot of these people who can't, like, do you see where this is going? Where this will go? Yeah, it would force us to give up the free will, the little bit that we still have, right? Because look, I have a I have a love hate relationship with the idea of free will, right? Because I see there's some people that advocate that we don't have free will, and to some extent, I'm like, okay, I don't have to agree with your worldview to agree with something you say, right? You know, like like the people, I'm like, you can have issues with, let's say, scripture or something, some part of the Bible, um, without agreeing that we should do away with religion or something like that. People who have issues with parts of the scripture say we should do away with religion. I'm like, no way. I don't think we should do away with that at all. I don't want people in this world that don't have a fear of um, damnation of sorts if you kill somebody. You get what I'm saying? I don't want that. I want you to have a moral compass that's not just what feels right to me, because it may not feel right to the next guy. But if both you and the next guy have like a base moral compass, like thou shalt not kill, right? That's base, right? That we both have that in the back of our brain. So you know when you're going too far, you know because it's still itching you back there. Like, I was told, we shouldn't lie, we shouldn't steal, we shouldn't kill. I prefer that base moral compass. I don't want this whole however we feel like, that's not a way to build a society, bro. So you can ponder this all you want. You can. So the same thing with having a society where people don't have to work for because there's a guy, Brian. I just don't see any realistic way it would be great. No, I don't. I don't see any realistic way. There was a guy debating Patrick that David on one of these shows. I forgot what it's called. Oh my god, man. Oh man, the kid was like, if I don't know, we shouldn't have to work. We shouldn't have to work. Oh my gosh, hold on, because it's this. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Um, okay, let me see. I swear, I saw it, and I was listening to the guy, him talk to the kid, and the kid is like, we shouldn't have to work to live, or something of that sort. And I'm like, kid, no, what are you talking about? At the beginning of time, we have to work to live. We got to cut wood. We have to go and plant. You were working a lot harder when you had to do all those things yourself. So I'm just trying to find that portion of it when the guy was like, we should just exist. We don't have to work to exist. That's what he said. And I'm like, dude, where you getting this from, man? You've been coddled for too long, bro. See, hold on. I gotta find it because it was funny to hear him say, because he was serious about it. At least he appeared to be serious. And but they want this free world thing, and I'm like, it's gonna be tempting if I don't even think the guys will prepare themselves for work in the future if they think AI is gonna take over and that's gonna be the best way to go. Okay, I think this is it. I swear this is it. But I just want to find the part where he said that you don't have to something about existing, and he thought I think he's making sense. Hold on, I think this is it. I think this is it.
Look, I want to understand, how would you propose that happen?
I hope you realize this is just a question we're asking everybody, right? But if you take all the wealth, which is around $500 trillion, okay, give or take,
Hold on.
you divide it by 8 billion people,
Okay.
it would be around $62,500 each. Within 5 years, the people that don't know how to handle money themselves, they would lose it all. And within 5 years, the same wealthy would get the same amount of money.
As someone who certainly doesn't make that much money, I'm willing to take that as a gamble just for fun.
Right.
I'll be honest. But at the same time, like, okay, so you're just now claiming that people who don't have wealth don't know how to manage it. And that's fair because a lot of them have never had it before. So what do we do to basically
That's not the part.
ensure that people like myself who are currently, thank you to the United States, thank you to the state of California for giving me medical insurance to get blood work, for giving me food stamps so I can have food. I've applied to, I don't know how many hundreds of jobs. I can show you the receipts. I can show you the email confirmations. Like, I am trying my best to use my values with the freedom that we have.
So if I give you a job, you would work 40 hours a week?
If the job is in alignment with something that's noble and good, I think I could. The issue is, and again, you may say that this is a personal weakness, but like right now, substitute teaching, tutoring, trying to help in that way is making it so that I'm able to scratch by.
Yeah.
But without the supplemental income and the help from the society of people who make more money, I'm going to not have enough food.
I want to address something which you made a point that I agree with. On why don't some people create wealth? In my family, when I was growing up, and I was telling
trying to get to that point.
Here,
Gosh.
well, my dad was a cashier at a 99-cent store. We've never owned an insurance.
Give me a
policy.
second. I'm trying to get to
How
that.
you share your ideas.
Do I look like an American to you? Do you see this nose?
No, I'm just
I'm
asking.
Middle Eastern. You know what's happened to this guy? You know what's happened to me when I was
So do
discriminated
you
all over
really
the place?
feel like that's free speech
no,
if you're being
I don't mind it.
punished
I don't.
by people who have prejudice
I
against
don't
you?
mind it because I understand there is a risk that you may be disrespected. There, like here, I've been disrespected here many times. I've been offended here many times. A lot of you are coming here finding a way to attack me, tell different stories. I'm okay
I
with
don't
that.
want to attack you.
You're being very respectful. I'm not talking about you. But what I'm saying to you is, when you say, have you ever been punched in the face on a bus? You don't want to hear about what things has happened to me because of the way I look.
Because I feel
But I
like
don't want to
you're
give
trying to get to that part.
Trauma in your life,
But what I
and now you're kind of clinging to things.
I'm not. What I don't want to do that. I have my son is sitting right here, my 13-year-old son, my I have 4 kids. I bring him everywhere. I want them to see that it's okay. People are going to disagree with you. You
I
have to
am
be
with
comfortable with
13-year-olds all the time.
it. You are with 13-year-olds all the time.
Because of my job, because I'm a substitute teacher and a tutor. The thing is, you can imply
Yeah.
many different things, and that is your right. But what I'm saying is, right now,
Yeah.
I care deeply about having a good experience. The incentive that I feel is for peace and prosperity.
I respect it.
And again, I'm using my freedom now, but the
I
issue is
respect
you're
it.
saying we have all these options, but whenever I tour
You
the
do,
globe,
but
I
you-
see franchises that have monopolized pretty much everywhere.
Sure.
So when you talk about options, it's really there's these select few people
Mhm.
who have this
Oh my
infrastructure
gosh.
that's really benefiting
I'm
them.
trying to get to that point, guys,
And
but
without some sort of
I just don't know where it's at.
moral awakening, what can we do except for beg and appeal and
Well, no, you
amass.
can't be too selective. At the
Well,
beginning,
again,
when I worked
I
at
don't like
Haagen
that
Dazs,
word
I couldn't be
can't
too
because
selective
you're
for a
saying
job.
I can't whenever
Oh my
I
gosh.
can.
All right.
It's a choice.
Are you gonna get there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I must have missed the part. I missed it. I missed the part where he said it. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe hold on. Let me go back to maybe the beginning. Hold on.
Same pockets within 5 years.
Let me go back. Oh, maybe he came back. I don't know.
Caleb,
Yeah. So you just said that you were proposing if we divided all the wealth.
Yeah,
final
that's it.
point is the U.S. is more socialist.
Yeah. I can't find the part where he said that we shouldn't have to work. We shouldn't have to work to exist or something like that. And anyway, I'll cut it. If you guys want to check it out, you can check out this thing. It's called Surrounded or something, Jubilee or whatever, and it has to do with PBD. I'll leave it at that. I couldn't find the thing, but I understand there are different people with different ideas about how the life should be, and then there's the reality of life as it is. And the reality of it is that we're gonna have to hustle for what we want. We're gonna have to wake up every day when we don't feel like it. We're gonna have to find a way to let things roll out, and we have to learn to fix things. And if you have a mindset where you learn to, fix a problem, that mindset will carry you through other things, right? You know what I mean? If you like just like you don't have to agree with everybody, and I can respect that you have a different opinion, respect that I have a different opinion, right? And we can communicate. But if it's only your opinion counts and that's it, then we're not communicating. Then you're dictating how you think my life should be based on your opinion. that's a different scenario. But if we can respect that you have an opinion, and we might meet in the middle somewhere, right? But there has to be a shared understanding of what reality is. We have to both look at the red and see that it's red, and we both look at the ground and see that it's ground. And if we can't look at that and see this, at least that base reality, then we probably and then what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we doing, man? Now I get if you're colorblind and you can't see red, but if you can see red, then you and I should be able to say that's red. Now, whether it's pretty to you or ugly to you, that's now the next step. Okay, I think it's pretty, you think it's ugly. That's fine. It's okay. You have your opinion, but if you're denying that it's red, and everyone else is saying, yeah, it's red. He's like, well, I think it should be blue. Why should we call it red? It's like, holy cow, what are we doing? Hold on, Brian. Let me see if I can see you. I don't have that screen up because I was looking at this damn thing. I was trying to find it. I was trying to find it somewhere. That free world would be the furthest thing from free. Yeah. I hate stereotyping, but this guy comes across as every single thing I would expect a handout person to look like. Oh man! Oh my gosh! Oh man! Did my thing freeze? Did my thing froze? I don't know what happened here. Oh man! Let me keep moving. Then my thing, I just had to I had to redo. Cats come in, and I'm like, I thought he was going to show me how to fix a damn thing. No, look, guys, you're just stepping into my day. You're just stepping into my day. I thank Brianne for coming to hang out with me, and that's pretty much what we're doing here. You're just hanging out with me, guys. If you want a specific repair, you can leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to kind of try to make a video about that. Or I can cover it in the video that I'm on if I have the machine here with me. Try to answer the questions you may have and stuff like that. But this is not that kind of tutorial video. This is more, we're just shooting the breeze right now. And we're trying to build a community of people where we can come on and we can hang out and talk together And I know that sometimes it's hard. You can't make it at that particular time. You can't come hang out with me at that time, and that's perfectly okay. I see you when you come in, All right. Whenever you can make it. I appreciate you just coming by to hang out. Brianna, know I always appreciate her coming in. Welcome to the chaos. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. You know what's funny? In life is chaotic, man. Life is chaotic. Now think about it. Here's something is someone can think about. Order like this, order. We had to manufacture this order. We manufactured this. Like we made this machine to perform the way it's performing. This order right here. Okay. We did not create the ecosystem. We didn't create the whole circle of life thing, right? We didn't create the way the universe functions, right? Whatever entity you want to call that did that. Some people say it came out of nothing. I'm like, okay, fine. If you want to say that, that's on you. I don't know how you can explain the order. Okay. But it seemed like it started out of chaos. It's crazy, right? And if left unmanned, this world would just be covered with a chaotic order, right? And it would be the predator animals will eat up the other animals just trying to graze on grass. Even without us here, right? It would just think about it. All the trees would take over, all the grass would take over, right? The place would be covered with grass and rocks, right? And animals just eating each other. Mating, the ones who know each other mate, and they'll have more offsprings, and then the other guys just wait. You ever seen those alligators that just wait for tadpoles to lay eggs? Cute little tadpoles are there kind of waiting, maybe they're not so cute. They're just kind of hanging out. And this guy just go in and just eat their eggs. It's like, damn, the guy, or a turtle, and the what you call it, the camera guy, and they always have this voice. Well, we're just watching them, and she's making her way on the journey, and the camera's watching the journey, right? And with you're there watching the TV, like, yeah, look at that. And she finally lays her eggs, and it has the little music in the background, and then he sees it, and there's a predator, and he's moving his way. He waited till she leave, and they eat up all the babies. And it's like, holy cow! Why didn't you guys stop this? They're like, no, they're not going to stop it. That's the way the thing worked. So think about our early years as humans. We were just knocking each other off, man. Look at that. Oh, they got fire over there. Let's go take it. Bam, knock him over the head. Take the fire. Oh, I like his woman. Bam, take the woman. We were brutes, right? So then we had to create order. But left unattended is chaos. Okay? And people don't want to admit that. And some guys know how to tap into that, and they know how to take us back to our chaotic state of mind. And that's why you see those people out there going inside of a church and just like go. It's like, we'll give you the idea. That's a good idea, man. Someone convinced you that that's a good idea. You couldn't wait till the guy come outside if you want to talk to him. You couldn't wait till the service was over. Come on. I don't know if they gained more followers after that stunt, or if they lost supporters after that stunt. But if they had if he had a sense of morality, they lost supporters after that stunt. That was uncalled for, in my opinion. What do you think, Brian? Yeah. Don't just let it happen. They're just recording. They're just recording the natural order of things, And you realize that, we have to find a way to survive, unfortunately, and we gotta find our way in this system. So that's it. And we have to hone the skills that's going to help us survive, help us solve problems, help us. And that attitude of pity party is not a problem solving attitude. That's all I'm saying. That's been what this challenge has been about all along. I'll beat myself up just for a second or two because that's human, right? Like, damn, I can't believe. Oh my god, man, stomp my feet for 2 seconds. But how long am I going to stay in that state of mind? How long am I going to look at this machine and I'm like, God damn, oh my God, I can't believe it's broken. Oh man, it's their fault because they made the okay, all right, I'll get mad at them for a second. I said, yeah, you guys made a crappy machine, but guess what? I need to use a machine. So guess what I'm gonna do? Okay, screw it. Let me roll up my sleeve. I gotta fix this damn thing. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's fix it. All right, and that's it. What other choice do we have that's going to get us the results we want? Right? That's it. So we shouldn't have to work to nah, man. If left unattended. So you know what he said? Oh, and I'm so happy that the people who are able to work and make it possible for me to have a life. And I'm like, so this idea that we shouldn't have to work to exist. You don't feel like that for the guys that are working in order for you to have you see what I'm saying? You don't just like all the socialists are millionaires. We had capitalism and all these cats, Bernie and all these guys have millions of dollars. Damn. Well, damn, man, if that's what it means to be a socialist, well, maybe I should sign on. Golly. How do you guys do this with a straight face? How do they do this and sell this stuff with a straight face? Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God. That's something we need to study. Like, how do they do this with a straight face? Like, really seriously look in the camera. That's why I think they're acting. I think they're all actors, man. I think they're all just playing a role, getting paid to do it, to distract us, and they're all just playing a role, man. Because you can't do that with a straight face. And you got millions of dollars. You made $30 million in 2 years. It was like, damn, man, show me how to do that and keep that much money. That means you don't just make that much money in 2 years. You have to have made more because it costs more money to live for that year. In order for you to save that money and have that money in equity or in assets or whatever, you have to have made more to have that much money left over in 2 years. Holy cow. Hey, Larry, what's up, man? You here? Larry. Hey, Larry. My volume is low? Really? Larry, thank you for telling me, man. How's that? Thank you, man. Look, Larry, I've been watching your live forecast. I hope you get a whole ton of views this weekend, Larry, because there are going to be a lot of people trying to figure out if that weather is going to come and smash them up and come their way. So I've been watching that. All right, so I have to change this chord, man. I have a I'm done at doing my little rants. I do these rants once in a while, guys, because this is what it is. It's life. I just had to get a new wand for this guy. This thing is ready to go, but I kind of don't want to send it back looking like this. So I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Okay. This is a Royal. You don't see these often. Okay. Yeah, most likely didn't buy this in a he probably didn't buy this in Walmart or Target or stores like that. This had to have been purchased from a actual store that sell vacuums exclusively. So I'm going to try to get this thing cleaned off and see what it looks like. But anyone has any questions on cleaning, let me know. On vacuums, let me know. All right? And I'll make sure I cover something that I can help you with. All right? But yeah, Larry, man, I appreciate you even popping back in, bro. I saw when Larry was driving in his car, man, and he had his camera in the car, just facing the road, and I was like, that's pretty clever, man. It's funny, Larry. My sons, one of my sons, the one that's in college, they did a fundraiser, and they had the camera on them 24 hours to do a fundraiser, and they were running on a treadmill for Chapel Hill, and they were just running for 24 hours, and they'll swap out each other, and I was like, holy cow, man! When I saw them do that, I said, Larry's doing that. Yeah, Rudy, this here is I'm using a little bit of alcohol right now to get this paint off the side, and I might have to go behind it because it'll get really it'll get kind of hazy if I don't kind of go behind it to wipe it up. But yeah, the alcohol just kind of moves it out the way real quick, and I don't want to scratch. I don't want it to be too abrasive to the metal. I mean, to the plastic. I've been there before. I used to use acetone on certain things, but you don't want to use it on the shiny stuff like this. Acetone knock it out like super fast, man. Nail polish, you know, but this is just some alcohol in the spray bottle I have here, and I'm just trying to remove some of the paint. It's probably not a big deal, but it kind of looks better if you give it back, and it looks a little newer than they bought it in. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Are you ready, Larry? Yeah, man. That's awesome. Use alcohol to clean windows. All right. Let me see what Brianne said. I guarantee the guys who have worked so hard to build their empire would not be okay with giving all that up. That's true. That's true. Look. We try to do what we can to make it. Some of us, we come up with a great idea. It's successful, right? Some of us need collaboration. We got to find a way to maybe work with others to help us get this dream that we have to come to fruition. But the fact is that we're trying it. That's important, man. The fact is that you have to just try to get in the game to do something. You can't just give up. Even if you're struggling to get it done, maybe. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, being in it will run into people who either inspire you to do something, or will say, oh, you know what? How about why don't you try this? Or maybe why don't you try this app instead? Or why don't you try this camera instead? Or hey, how about we do a collaboration show? Both of us can get on the show. You never know, but once you're in it, something can happen. But the moment your mind goes to, I'm just gonna. So I prefer the guy who's struggling, trying to make it and make mistakes. The more mistakes you make, the better you get at it, the faster you learn. But you got to be in it, and you got to try to build your own little empire. Just try, man. Okay, and learn, and then if you need to learn something else, you go study it, or you go ask questions. But this attitude that they're fostering for individuals to just throw in the towel, it's like, come on, who builds a society like that? That's ridiculous. I mean, imagine the people that helped build this country had that kind of attitude. Where would this country wouldn't exist. We'll be speaking some other language. if that was their attitude. You know, when it's like just and look, and I'm sure there was somebody out there like that, right? Where it's like they're like, hey, let's go. How about if we go past those mountains? So I'm sure there was somebody who was like, nah, I think we're okay right here. I'm sure there's always that guy, right? But if the rest of them were like, no, they wouldn't pack up their wagons and whatnot to try to cross and go over that mountain, man. And then some guy says, hey, how about we blow a hole through the mountain? We could probably run a train through that thing. And I'm sure there was somebody that was like, nah, I'm okay with us going 200 miles around this thing rather than cutting through. It's a good thing they didn't listen to that guy. Because, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Hello. Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, this lady came in and she tried selling me some cleaner for, she's a cleaning lady, right? And she do business with me all the time. And I was like, all right, she come to sell me this one thing. I was like, all right, fine, I'll buy it, And I use it at the house. And I was smelling, it's like, lady, you sold me vinegar. She sold me vinegar. But she's nice, she's a nice lady, She says, oh wait, I use this all the time, and she packaged it up and everything, She packaged it up, and I still have some of it. She said, you just have to put a little bit in the bottle and spray it and you can wipe it and it'll clean everything. I said, oh, okay, great, I'll try it, I have no problem supporting what you're trying to do. And it was vinegar. It's like, I said, listen, lady, that's cool, man. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, you know what? She's trying. She came up with a formula that works for her. And I've used vinegar to clean before. But the fact that I was just impressed that she tried it and she packaged the damn thing up. And I guess she's been using it all this time and it's worked for her and the homes that she cleans and everything. And it actually did a good job, actually. Whatever she put in it, she must have put something else in it because it wasn't just vinegar. But I smelt the vinegar, right? So I don't know. She may want to mask the vinegar smell if she want to sell it more. So I tell her when she comes back in, I may tell her that, maybe if you match that smell, maybe some kind of fragrance. Because the moment I smelled that was vinegar, I was like, man, you sold me, how much money she charged me for that? I got vinegar. I get vinegar at the store for like $2. Oh my gosh. But nah, man, I respect the people that give it a shot. That just try, man. Just ask. Just ask. Just give it a shot, man. Just try. Okay. This here, I'm almost done cleaning this, man. I wonder if that thing. See, now this part I probably should have used. Where's it at? I probably should have used the pink stuff for that part. Let me see something. I wonder if the pink stuff, because this is the shiny part. I didn't want to use it on this. Let me see if the pink stuff would have worked better. Where's the scrubbing pad? The pink stuff probably would have worked better on the paint on the lower portion of that thing. Where's my pink stuff? Where's my pink stuff brush? Let me see this. And you know how I learned about this? Brianne told me about this. Let's see if the pink stuff would have done a better job on this paint. Am I even doing it right, man? We'll see. Let's wipe it off. No, the paint is. This paint is in there. Let me see. Let me put a little bit of this alcohol in that same thing. This thing is dug in real good. Coño, coño, coño. Get it out. Get it out of there. Oh my God. All right, that's enough. Holy shit. What do you think? That's sharp enough, right? That's sharp enough. That's a lot better. That's a lot better, man. What do you think? That's a lot better. All right. All right. I actually wanted to clean this one up and wanted to test the suction. Want to clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna swap this out. Look at the carbon blow off on these motors. Really just, I mean, this was just put in there, and look at it already. I think the pink stuff can do wonders on this one too. What you said? A lot of people mix vinegar and baking soda thinking it's a great product, but the problem is that reaction is what's powerful, because once they're together, it's basically is that what it is? Wow. Really, Brian? Brian looked like she was studying chemistry, man. Thanks for that info, though, because I had known that. Well, I still would have supported her, what she was doing, though, honestly. She comes here all the time, and she's always doing business with me, but I probably would have negotiated a better price if I knew that's what it was. I would have said, listen, give me a discount, man, all right? I still would have purchased it from her, you know, because she was bold enough to ask me, number one, and she's already bringing me business, and so I think it just would have been the right thing to do. And that's just my opinion. You don't have to feel that way as an individual, of course. I just felt that, you know, and to step out and ask, man, it's a lot of people won't do that. Let me see what else. So I like using a wet sponge. Seem to like to move the paste around better. Okay, looks good. Hey, thanks, Rudy. Okay, a nerd alert. No. Nope. I'm a fan. Listen, I'm a fan of the nerds. Okay, I'm a nerd fan. Okay, I can get nerdy on certain things, but I'm a fan of the nerds, man. I'm a fan of the nerds. You just have to be a nerd with ethics, because a nerd without ethics, man, because nerds are smart. They can figure some shit out. And you got a nerd without ethics, bro. You got a tyrant that will run the world. Shoot. If those kids in school knew that you need to keep that nerd as your friend, okay? Because that nerd is probably going to open some doors. No. Instead, they made fun of the nerds and ostracized these guys in school. And those are the guys running the world right now. You just need a nerd with ethics. Because one without ethics, holy cow. What would happen, you know? Oh, man. swear there were a bunch of kids that they would. I mean, they literally made. I think it was out of. It could have been out of jealousy. It could have been that. I don't know. You know, but I know it was misguided. You know, and I know it was misguided. You have a smart kid and you're gonna make fun of the smart. You're gonna try to, make the smart. That's the kid you need to be friends with, knucklehead. Who you think? So now the companies, that's who they want. You know what I'm saying? Company got smart. It's like, who do you want? I want that smart guy right there. Yes. Let's put him on a plane. Let's send him to Dubai for a weekend, and let's pitch our idea to him. Let's get this guy on our team. That's who you want, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Listen, as long as you want to know it all, I think that's the place to be. That is the place to be. You want people, and you want people around you who are hungry for knowledge also. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you have people around you who don't know, but it's okay. But they should want to know. You know what I mean? They should want to know. You have people around you who just a drag. They don't want to know. They don't want to learn. They don't, and then they're going to make your life uncomfortable because you're taking time to learn. Those people, not too good. Keep them, just like, listen, respectfully, you got to give me some time, all right? Because if you can't, then, because I want to know right now, and you're trying to stop me from knowing. Sweet. I had to change the motor out of this bad boy. And the messed up part about it is that the motor is out of stock. So I had to improvise and buy another motor and make sure that damn thing fit. And I made it fit. This was the original motor. This was the original motor that came in this thing. And that's what was creating all of that stuff. Couldn't find any more of these guys. I had already kind of chewed out the commutator, and I didn't want to mess with that too much. I was like, let me just put a different motor in this thing. It was it kept shutting off and stuff like that. So this thing got a brand new motor, and I have another one I have to put a brand new motor in. I have another Shark I have to put a cord in. The cord end is messing, and I'm not gonna. At home, you can do that. You can splice this and put those little things you get from Lowe's, but I'm not gonna do that. And then as a service, and you just cut it open, just cut it off, and slice it down the middle, expose your 2 wires, and just hook it up to the little prongs, and then there you go. You have this fixed. If you want to do an at-home type of repair for something like this, for cord, but no, not for a service center to go and do that. It's not a good idea. All right. Okay, that's about it. Any question on anything? Hey, listen, we're supposed to do a little giveaway thing here, Brian. I gotta try to come up with something. I think you had told me something with points. Oh my God, I just want to make sure that it's something that I can keep track of properly. I want it to be something I can keep track of properly. I've gotten more and more, busier and busier, and my brain is on 100 different things at one time now. All right, this guy's out of here. Okay, let's see what we got. Hey, you know what? Some people think that's and Rudy, and thanks for that, man. I'm glad you like it. I still have to I still got to do the we call it. I still got to do this. I still got to do the one. I still got to do this part, so I still got this to do. So I'm gonna, and this is short. I can make short work of this. I still got that to do. But yeah, no, that's good, Brianne. It's not a negative. It's a positive. Okay, it's a positive. Now, if you were a private investigator, yeah, people would not like you because you wouldn't give up. It's like, oh my God, she won't stop looking. She's not buying my story. Oh, she's back again. Oh man. I don't know. Maybe Congress needs to hire you, Brianne. You need to look into some of this stuff. Oh my God, why she keeps asking me questions? Oh. Oh. That's right, buddy. That's right. That's right. But you know what? A lot of these companies, unfortunately, a lot of them sold out, man. They sold, and I get it, man. That's when you build something to sell it. Some people build it to pass it on to their family, but I get why. They build it to sell it. It's like you're building a like you're building a house. A lot of people really just build the business to sell it. Okay, I get that. And we look at this. We who like the product and like the maybe it could be the intent, it could be the philosophy of the company. We grow attached to that, so we don't want them to sell it. But they do, and then the company is not the same. And that's just a part of it. And the product is that. Now, what you don't want is the product not to be this. It's like, come on, man. You guys are gonna cut corners on the product. That's the part that's probably irritating when all of a sudden the service, and that's why the whole AI thing is gonna be something to watch, because the service there's a service side of it that is just. Think about how we were a little irritated every time we call someone who we think is an American company, and then you realize you're talking across the waters. You're talking to somebody in Thailand, Cambodia, India, whatever. Now, if they do a good job on the service end of the line, no problem, right? But sometimes those service centers there are limited to what information. So you have to be, I got to go to my manager. I got to go to the next person. I got to go to okay, hold on. I got to go to the next person. And then they bring you back to America. Then it's like, why'd you guys do all that, man? You put me through, I've been on hold for 45 minutes dealing with this crap with you guys. When I could have just spoke to a service center here and they could have taken care of it. So what happened with AI now? That's going to be another level of difference in service. Again, So who knows? Who knows what the next iteration of this stuff is gonna go? Yeah, man, you never know. Okay. Yeah, basic care, guys, to these machines, man. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. Basic care goes a long way, because even just looking at, hey, headphones. even just looking at your machine, just it does help reveal some stuff. You can catch things before they go too bad. But if you don't do the basic care, you won't catch it when it's out of whack. You know, it'll just like getting a checkup from the doctor and stuff. By the way, I need to do that myself. I do my physical. Because if you don't do the checkup, then you don't catch it. By that time, it's like too late. It's like, damn. You know? I think I'm done here, guys. I'm just gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this up. I gotta swap out this cord, swap out the motor. I gotta order some parts. Gotta call some folks, come pick up their equipment, and do some fulfillment and stuff like that. So thanks for hanging out with me today. All right. Thanks for listening to my rant. I think as long as we have different people, it's this way. We're always going to be different. The opinions are always going to be different. People are always going to have a different points of view. That's all. And without that, it'll be dry, and it'll be like that world that Brianna was saying is awful. Everyone's the same. Everyone gets the same. That's the communist people like that shit, or the socialists, or whoever they are. They want everyone to have the same. Everyone have the same house. Everyone have the same appliance. Everyone have the same amount of food. Everyone has the same area. It's like, you don't want that. You think you do. So it's okay that we're so different, and then we have all these different views. As destructive as they can be sometimes, it's needed for us to keep a measure, you know, to keep a measure. So then we're like, yeah, we don't do that. You know, like, yeah, I think that's too far. Let's not do that, you know? Or, yeah, that's a good idea. Because if we all have the same idea and we all think the same, it's disaster, man. We'll die, you know? We'll progress. All right, Rudy. See you tomorrow, man. I hope to see you again. Putting up with your shenanigans. Yep. I hope you guys can put up with my shenanigans tomorrow. All right. And let's see what this weather's like. I'm gonna have to go check out Larry's Larry's channel. You never know, man, Larry. I hope Larry's still here. You never know. We may end up using Larry's channel to let us know what the weather's gonna be like before we tune into these guys. Give me a second, guys. Just like, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. What's going on?
Do you have help for this?
No.
Oh my God.
You expect to come to a vacuum store with a lot of belts to have a belt for you? Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Wow, that's a long one. Uh-huh. Okay. Where's it release? This is release here? Yep. Yeah, that's a long one. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it went up from a roundabout up here to
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
up
see.
there.
Yep. Okay. Give me a second. Let me close my little application here, and I'm going to do a search for you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
We need a.
You use this for home or you use it for work?
No, I'm gonna use it for home, but my custodians keep screaming that their vacuum isn't working. I said, well, maybe I'll get this one done and let them borrow it until theirs get fixed.
Oh, for the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Royal? Like the old Royal?
Yeah, that's Royal.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Like this version?
Oh, no. Actually,
No, that's all right.
no. Yo, I know what you mean though. With the like the
That's
Royal
a
that looks like a
Kirby.
Kirby, yeah.
That's the crazy.
So you know that Royal.
Yeah, the old one.
Yeah, the old school Royal.
Yeah,
That's right.
having the system a long time ago.
Okay.
And they, because it was so loud, they stopped,